Where did the audio go? Oh, there it is. So welcome back to This But Unknown. There's talk about maybe getting the soldiers back for now in May instead of April. And I wonder what kind of mischievous things Freya's gonna get into today. My eyes snap open. My vision is blurry, and it takes me a few moments to fully understand what's going on. What time is it? Maybe like 4 in the morning? I don't know. 4? Isn't that a bit too early? Being enthusiastic about your job is good, but no, there's no time for that. You need to get up now. Jesus, Claire! And take your hair out of your mouth. You're gonna choke on it. Huh? Oh, let me. Claire reaches forward, plucking the few strands of hair out of my open mouth. Thank you, Claire. Now I can rest in peace. Night-night. Hey, don't roll over and just go back to sleep. Wake up, rise and shine. Ow! My head. Now that I think about it, it's pretty unusual for Claire to be awake this early. And fully dressed too. I'm always the one who has to wake her up. What's going on? This is a dream. This isn't a dream, right? No, of course not. Then, a nightmare? Is a demon gonna break through the window and tear out my gizzards? Nobody's gonna be tearing out any gizzards, you moron. Oh, that's a relief. So if this isn't a dream, and this isn't a nightmare, that means this is reality. It's really reality. It seems unlikely, but I guess I can play along for now. But the real question remains, why is Claire awake so early? I'm gonna turn down the game a little bit. It's gonna kick me out of the game. Yep. Let me pull back up the game. There we go. Don't tell me. Is the hospital on fire? Not even close. Try again. Ow! She didn't have to flick my forehead. You kinda deserved it though, Rhea, for... Well, I guess I can't even say that because... Well, if the hospital was on fire, then automatically they're gonna think, we don't got time for chit-chat, you don't got time to get dressed, let's go. You know? Then, a flood? We don't need to live anywhere near the sea. Vampires? Wrong again, strike 3. You're out of here. Oof. This time, she hits me right across the face with a pillow. At least it's a pillow. Actually, I think I turned down the sound too far now. Yeah. Hopefully that's better. Forgot to look at my notes before I started. Oh well. Can my chair please stop sliding across the floor? Honestly, I can't believe you can't figure it out. I'm sorry, I'm still sleepy. Then this will wake you up. If nothing else does. It's our soldiers, Rhea. They're finally coming back. It takes a few moments for the news to sink in. My eyes widen slowly, and then a jubilant sound splits through the air. It's the horn. The one that plays to herald good news. So it's true. Claire's right. Our soldiers really have returned. Are you sure this is okay? Of course, I'm sure. Valley won't get mad at us for ditching our work on an occasion like this. I hope so. Besides, we're not even scheduled to work yet. It's no problem, right? I guess. But my every footfall strikes loudly against the cobblestones, ringing through the morning air. My chest heaves up and down, my heart pumping extra hard. I can feel it hammering away inside my chest, beating against my ribs. I hold one hand on my head, securing my nurse's cap so it doesn't fall off. My other hand is being grasped firmly by Claire, her fingers digging into mine so it hurts a little. Come on, Rhea, hurry! I'm going as fast as I can. Rhea, are you alright? I'm fine, I can still stand. Jeez, Rhea. Good, let's keep going. Yes, I'll do my best. Oh, Rhea. I don't know what's going on. It's loud and confusing. The streets is packed with villagers. Their face rushed past me in a hazy blur, like I'm falling snow. A few other nurses were turning back along beside us. We've already left them in the dust. I think I see a familiar face somewhere. The old man who runs the apothecary, but I don't have enough time to double check. Up ahead, I can see the back of Marta the milkmaid, a farmer, the worker at the farm. She's hand in hand with the local blacksmith, Riddick. Unlike a lot of other people, Claire and I actually get changed out of our nightgowns before we left the hospital. I guess everyone else was too excited to worry about common decency. I understand how they feel, and I can't fault them for it, but I didn't really need to see Wirt in his raggy dressing gown. I don't know if I'll be able to look at him in the eye again next time I see him. Claire, what is it? You got time for idle chit-chat, but you're not running fast enough? I'm sorry. I'm just worried. You're always worried about something or other. That might be true, but I was wondering, are you sure it's alright for you to come out here? Huh? What do you mean? I mean, you mean you're worried because everyone around here hates me? That's right. Huh. Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but you don't need to trouble yourself over me. I'll be fine. But I'm tougher than I look. If someone picks a fight with me, I'll punch in the face. Claire! Do not answer things with violence, okay? Okay. I don't know if it would make your reputation better, though. Let's hope it doesn't come down to that. Anyway, does it look like anyone's paying me much attention? Well, no, I suppose not. That's right. They're all too excited to worry. I bet there will be so many tearful reunions and happy smiles, they won't even notice I'm here. If you're sure, of course I'm sure. Why should everyone else get to be excited if I can't? That just isn't fair. Anyone who thinks I'm going to sit quietly inside the hospital like a good little girl and miss out on the fun is deluded. Totally insane. Now then, stop being silly and let's go. We reached the entrance to our village in less than a minute. Record-breaking speed. We arrived far too quickly before I even got a chance to prepare my heart. And there, standing at the gates, our heroes, our soldiers, come back from the war. But no, not the war. Just because there's always wars around here, it was just a war. Small and important in the grand scheme of things, promising even more fighting in the future. There are about 60 men, some of them still boys, Garrett's age. They all look tired, covered in mud and drenched with rain. Some of them have sores covering their faces. Some are limping, supported by their friends. Some are missing a few pieces. A few fingers, an ear, an eye. Others are covered in cuts. I see one man nursing a large gash in his stomach, dry blood sticking to his fingertips. I don't know if he'll make it, but he's smiling. They all are. Relieved. Glad to be back home. 150 men left to fight. Only 60 came back. Wow. Wow. That is a lot of men who did not come back. I'm actually quite curious. Calculator. 150 minus 60. 90 men did not come back. Wow. Less than half. But it's better than nothing. The hospital's really gonna be busy. And there, standing to one side, It's Luca. He must have seen me, but he doesn't turn his head. If anything, he glances away from me. His eyes are hidden in the shadows, and I can't tell what kind of expression he's making, but I can imagine. Is he trying to avoid me? Oh Lord, we thank you for returning our brave soldiers who fought on the behalf of our village. I sat at a pew in the church, head bowed, listening to Celine conduct a service. At least, I try to listen to Celine. There's a nail digging into my behind, and I wiggle with discomfort. This is all Asa's fault. It was with the love of God that our brave warriors were able to muster the courage to fight on our behalves. Hey, Rhea. What? Do you think Celine's okay? I'm not sure. She does sound a little jittery. That's what I thought. She keeps stammering. Her voice is pretty quiet, too. I can't really hear her. And all for the souls who were lost upon the battlefield, we shall remember them in our hearts, for their sacrifices were not in vain. Humph, she's making a big mess of this, isn't she? Sion tried to teach her, but she still hasn't taken to it. Well, we all knew, the moment that Celine was born, she wasn't really suitable. It's a shame we don't have anyone else. Celine. And so with so much gratitude and love, we shall pray. Praise those who have returned alive, and pray for those who have not. With the guidance of God, let us pray. Poor Celine. Hearing her speech is almost as painful as sitting on this bench. I hope she'll be alright. I hope so too. I'll pray for her. Are we meant to be praying for the welfare of our wounded soldiers? That too. But I can pray for my friend as well. I'm gonna pray for Celine. Maybe I should pray for Claire. She said she didn't mind not coming, but I'm not so sure. I wish I could do something for her, but I don't know what. It's not like she's suffering from a cut or a bruise. If that were the problem, I could treat it. But this? Sometimes I feel so hopeless. Ow. I can't even take care of myself. It feels like my thighs are being skewered. It must be hard being the center of attention all the time, especially when you're no good with pressure. I glare at Asa. Why is he trying to act nice? If he really were the perfect gentleman he's been making himself to be, then he wouldn't have forced me to sit on the part of the bench with the nail sticking out. What a jerk. Yeah, if you were only a seraph instead, huh? You love attention. I don't know if those wings would suit me. They're too flashy, and they'll probably get stuck in doorways. Huh, I never thought of that. You'd have to ask Aline about that. But I'm pretty sure speaking in front of a crowd like this would be no problem for you. Why, thank you. I mean, unlike Celine, you're too stupid to realize when people are making fun of you. But, Ram, that's so mean. How could you say something so cruel? Is that how I want Asa to react? Unfortunately, he remains calm. Irritating so. I'll hold that one side, Rhea. But only because I know you're lashing out to hide your own insecurities. These two are getting in trouble. What do you mean? I mean, you're just upset that you're Dale. You're just upset that you're a midget, so you're taking it out on me. That's not true. Mind you, this was in the medieval times. That word does not... Actually, does it mean the same... I don't know if it holds the same weight as it does now. Then, is it because you like me, but you're too embarrassed to tell me? No. Are you trying to get my attention by being mean? Is that it, huh? No way, as if I'd ever like a person like you. Oop. Might have taken that too far. What is she talking about? And in the middle of church, too. How rude. Could it be? Was I possibly a little too loud? Gee, Rhea, I wonder why they are saying what they're saying because you were too loud. I'm sorry. I clench my fingers into fists, trying to keep them steady. It doesn't really work. Heh, you got told off. Be quiet, this is all your fault. Damn, Rhea. Heh, what do you think? They sure put all the stops, huh? That's right, everyone must have worked hard. It's nice knowing people can produce something so amazing when they work together. You really are sappy, Rhea. No, I'm not, and stop prodding at my cheeks. But why? They're all squishy. Because I didn't give you permission. I slapped Ace's hand away from me, scowling. Besides, I'm still mad at you for earlier. Huh, you still haven't let that go? No, I haven't, and stop acting like I'm the one in the wrong. Well, when you think about it logically, it is your fault. That you weren't quick enough to nab at the nicest part of the pew, Rhea. It's dog-eat-dog world out there. Dogs don't eat dogs. And aren't you going to accept a little bit of the responsibility for your actions? Nope, not at all. I thought we were supposed to be friends. That's exactly why I'm allowed to tease you. Grrr. Don't grind your teeth at me. Save it for food. A whole feast has been prepared, you know? That's right. I look away from Asa, braids fluttering, and examine my surroundings. A large banqueting table has been set up in the middle of the room, covered with several white tablecloths. Hundreds of chairs arranged around it. The table is loaded with food, so much that I can almost hear the wood groaning. Exotic fruits are piled up in bowls, currants and peaches and plums and figs and things I can't even name. There are rolls of freshly baked bread, custard tarts, flans, and... Oh, I know. I want to say quiches, but let me know if I'm wrong. Several dozen bird and animal carcasses are arranged at intervals, and there's even a large hog, ready to be roasted over a spit? Interesting. And you know who had to make all this bread, right? You and Madden? Bingo! As you can probably tell, I was kept pretty busy all afternoon, my back still aching from stoking the ovens. Asa sighs, arching his back. His bones crack satisfying with a sharp crunch. I feel bad for those who don't like the sound of that. I might be getting old. Well, I don't have any sympathy to give you. I was working all day too. Now. It isn't a competition. But you... This food looks so good. My stomach has been growling for hours. I want to eat it, but I don't know where to begin. I've never felt so conflicted in my whole life. Rhea, what should I do? Don't ask me. Why are you shaking my arm? Because I need a responsible adult to help me make a decision. If you don't tell me what to do, I'll end up eating everything and then I'll be sick. Please don't be sick. I'm not on duty at the moment. You can be so cold sometimes. That's because we're friends. You said it yourself, didn't you? Touché. For once, I don't worry about bickering. My bickering with Asa will attract attention. The whole building is filled with animated chatter. I think around half the village population are crammed into this room. All of them eating, drinking, laughing, joking. Snippets of conversation hover the din, and I pick up bits and pieces here and there. The mayor sat at the head of the table with his wife and daughter, Daisy. Simon would normally be sat at the head of the table too, being one of the most important men in our village. But he was in no fit state to attend. I think the mayor is trying to coax Daisy into eating her greens. It's strange seeing how a reserved public figure acting like a concerned father in public. I doubt Zion would ever be this nice to Celine, even in the privacy of their own home. Come on, Daisy, you can do it. You want to grow up big and strong like me, don't you? A bit of asparagus. Never hurt anyone. I actually really like the tops of the asparagus, because like the stem part, I just can't eat it. I'm so picky on that texture. Then again, it's also been like 7 years since I've had it. Maybe even 14. I don't know, it's been a while. Marta and Reddick are sitting together. Reddick's trying to feed Marta something from his hand. She's giggling like a love-struck young girl, trying to bat away his hand. Lorna, the local seamstress, is attempting to control all 5 of her children, who are playing about her feet and tugging at her skirts. Hilda, known as the prettiest woman in the village, is doting upon her husband. He's one of the lucky soldiers to have returned without any serious injuries. The heroes have finally come back for war, some of them. Anyway, it's time to celebrate. I wonder how the men at the hospital are. I hope they're doing all right. Missing on the fun like this. The celebration's supposed to be in their honor, but they're unable to attend. What about the people who died? What about their relatives? How are they coping with all this merriment? Maybe? I don't know. Maybe I don't want to know. That would spoil the atmosphere. What do I have to be sad? What right do I have to be sad anyway? Luca came home. He's alive. And I still haven't exchanged a single word with him. I need to find him. Hey, Asa, I'm going off for a while. Alright? Oh. Asa tears his gaze away from the platter of roast duck, with what appears to be with physical pain. Go right ahead, Rhea. I'll be waiting here with my new best friend. Kinda sounds like you're gonna do something bad when you laugh like that. But Asa's not the only person in the village who loves food. There's another meat enthusiast who'll be waiting at the back of the hospital, biting her handkerchief in frustration because she wasn't offered an invitation. Hey, Asa, make sure you save some food for Claire, too. I'll take care of it. You can count on me. I hope you're right. The message was successfully relayed. I turn and casting my eyes, searching for Luca. It doesn't take me long to find him. I mean, he's got like short, bright blue hair. It's not hard to find blue hair. He's sitting at a secluded area of the table, away from others, his eyes downcast. He's not really eating anything, just picking at a bread roll without any obvious enjoyment. I wonder where his mother and sister are. Didn't they come here with him? Maybe Liliana got caught up talking with some of the soldiers. She's always been popular. I think there's some serious debate amongst the men as to whether she's prettier than Hilda. Luca? Why is my heart beating so fast? Luca, it is you, isn't it? Who else would I be? Oh, well, I don't know. I was just thinking, you don't look very happy. And why should I be happy? I've just returned from war, Freya. Do you understand what that means? It means I've seen people lose their life. So many people. More than you could possibly imagine. Whilst your time away with the petty concerns of village life, he doesn't sound angry. He sounds indifferent. Almost like he's talking to a stranger. Somehow, that hurts more. That isn't true. You have no idea what I've been through in the past year. You have no right to talk to me like that. I'm sorry. Did I upset you? Do you want me to tell you everything will be alright, like I did before? Did you honestly think I would return to this village the same as I left? Did you think, after everything I've seen, I would be able to laugh and smile carelessly again? No, I didn't. I'm not that childish. You should know that. I just thought, aren't we supposed to be friends? We were friends, but that was a long time ago. Only a year? A lot can happen in a year. I doubt a person like you could understand. A person like me? What does that mean? What kind of person should I be? Luca never seemed to have a problem with who I was before. Did I do something wrong? Luca sighs heavily. That's selfish, Rhea. The whole world doesn't revolve around you. I know that. It's nothing you did. It's just circumstances. Why does he look so sad? Please don't expect too much from me. I'll only disappoint you. Luca. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm doing it for your own good. Take a piece of this advice and remember it. Leave me alone. Oh, damn. Rhea, I think I'm in love. Love? That was sudden. Did Asa get drunk and propose to some random girl? Was it Hilda? Were you flirting with her? You do know she has a husband, don't you? A big burly husband who could split Asa's head in half like a melon. No, it wasn't Hilda. It was even better. Even better than the prettiest girl in the village. I hope it wasn't Luca's mother. Asa's always had a bit of a thing for her since we were kids. Oh, Asa, grow up. Maybe that's why I didn't see Lillian standing with Luca earlier. Was she being spirited away by Mr. Suave and Prince Suave and Charming over here? Thankfully, Asa puts my worries at ease. It was the duck. But not for very long. The duck? This was even worse than I thought. What kind of wedding would that be? Is that even legal? What about the children? It's alright, Asa. I know this might be a sore subject for you, but I won't mention it again. People make mistakes when they've had too much to drink. I have no idea what you're talking about, Rhea. You're funny. I am? I wasn't really going for a court jester. I was trying to take this issue seriously. Am I behind the times? Maybe this isn't much of a big deal now anyways. Perhaps everyone's become more accepting of cross-species relationships. And only I wasn't informed? That roast duck was so delicious, you know? I'm salivating just thinking about it. So, all you do is eat it? That's right. What else would I do with the duck? I don't know. Don't mind me. Pretend I don't say anything. Dirty-minded, Rhea! My God! Alright then, you weirdo. Asa gives my head a rough pat for good measure, messing up my hair between his fingers. Ah, that was amazing. I wish I had another one right now. Hey, don't stare at me like that. I don't think I taste very nice. Too many small bones. I could take out those. If you did that, I wouldn't forgive you. Dear Jesus, this gets darker and darker. And you did remember to save some food for Claire. I wrapped some stuff up in the napkin in my pocket. You don't think she'll mind if it gets cold? No, she isn't very picky when it comes to food. Unless it's not quid tea, of course. That's good then. Smiling, Asa pulls something out of his pocket. And I got this for you. He offers me a chicken drumstick. It's greasy and the meat is light gray, covered with a fine film of dirt and lint. Oh, that sounds gross. Asa, you didn't wrap up the food for me, huh? I guess you're right. I didn't think of that. You dummy. You don't want it? No, I'll take it, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. At least it'll put a smile on your face. Was I looking gloomy? A little. Did you see Luca? Is he alright? Oh, well, it went that badly. I don't really want to talk about it right now. I suppose that's fair enough. You're not going to ask me details? No, it would be very gentlemanly. Ah. That kind of line, delivered in such a casual way, might be kind of cool if your mouth is all greasy and you've got gravy all down your shirt. No way. Well, actually, I think that's a good time to wrap up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll find out what Claire really thinks of this deck when we get back next week. Toodles!